Okay, so just a quick video on the importance of retail to a salon business. So I'm going to give you a example of a small salon, and just really because it makes the numbers easy for me. So if we have a salon that's taking roughly £2,000 a week, so £100,000 over the year. Salons, if you're a salon owner and you're on the salon floor as a stylist, and I've heard salon owners actually say this, and they might say, oh, my accountant says I earned 40 grand profit this year, but there's not 40 grand in my bank. I don't really understand it. What's he saying? Well, if you are like a sole trader type business, what you take out the business as what you would consider your wages, that is counted as profit. So you may have taken enough money for the salon that if you paid yourself as a stylist, you should have taken, say, 45 grand out of the business, and you've only taken 40 grand out of the business. So you see it that you've had no profit and probably less money than you should have as a stylist, if you like. Your accountant will see it that you've made £40,000 profit. So that's often how it's counted. Now, if you pay yourself as a stylist and then look at the profit that's left, so if you're a salon owner that's not on the salon floor, and of course you're just looking at the end of the profit at the end of it once all the stylists are paid, then that number as a percentage is often very low. Years ago, if you took averages, it might have been up to 15-10%. I know that it's been, it's much lower in recent years. In fact, I know of a survey that was done not so long ago that the average come out at 3%. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use 5%. One, because it's easy. Two, because it's a little bit more generous, because you might go, oh, 3% is far too low. Well, actually, that's pretty much where the average is. So let's say we're using 5%. So the salon's taken £100,000. The salon owner doesn't work in the salon, and they've seen £5,000 profit out of the salon. They don't actually retail at the minute. That same salon, if it added in some retail and just done £12,500 in retail over the year, that's roughly £240 a week. And this is based on Neil & Wolf retail. Okay, so this is based on the margins that you get with Neil & Wolf. If it done £240, let's say it was open 5 days a week, that's less than £50 a day. Okay, it's £48 a day. These numbers are excluding VAT, if you like. £48 a day in retail. Okay, so not a lot, maybe let's say 4 products, if you like, based around £12 or £12-15 if you're including the VAT. So based around there, just 4 products a day would actually double the profit that the salon sees. So the salon owner, without getting one extra guest or one extra client into their salon, could literally double their profit by doing retail if they just got the retail to 12.5% of the professional takings. Okay, so it's a must when you're talking about the actual bottom line of the business. Retail doesn't need to be absolutely huge in numbers. Doesn't need to do the same numbers as hairdressing to give you such a great return. Okay, so it is massively important. So we're going to just touch on some retail things that you can do in the salon to make retail work for you. Okay, one of the first things that you've got to do is you've got to train the team. Okay, and train the team on obviously product knowledge. They've got to know what it is that they're selling, on their consultation, so that they are listening to the guest and they're identifying the guest needs and wants, so they can find the issue and then they can show the guest the solution. So it's this product here that solves that particular issue that you have. okay? And how they explain it to the guest. They're going to need training on that, and asking for the deal, right? Because not every guest is going to say yes, but they don't need every guest to say yes. On this example, they're only needing, sort of like 4 a day. And so there's going to be a lot of people that say, no, I don't need it. And lots of excuses about, oh, I can buy it online. Well, people buy online because it's convenient. And there's nothing more convenient than the product is right there in front of you. You know it's the real product. You've been recommended by your hairdresser who you trust, because obviously you're paying to have your hair done by them. Okay, so it's got an endorsement from your hairdresser. It's the one they use. It's already on your hair. It's right there. Okay, so they will get sales. You just got to persevere, and you just got to be consistent every guest, every time, every guest, every time. So the team need training on these things. There needs to be incentives, so we need to make it fun to do in the salon, okay? And we need to be monitoring it all the time. There needs to be commission in place for the team, and there needs to be maybe a team day out. Oh, if we do X, then we all get this and we all get that. So we need to make it fun and put an incentive in for the team to do it. We need to set targets, okay? And we need to, monitor the sales, and we need to use allocation selling. I love allocation selling, okay? So, right, we've bought 12 of these in, and there's 3 of us as stylists. We've got 4 each, and we're going to race and see who sells their 4 the fastest. There you go, Jeff. There's your 4. You need to get on and you need to sell it, and we're going to monitor how fast it goes. And you break down your stock to each team member, and each team member can then break it down into their guests, and then that way it doesn't sit on your shelf gathering dust. It's actually coming through and earning money for you, okay? So allocation selling, please talk to us about that. It's a fantastic tool. You need to obviously have the stock. You need your salon shop, and you actually need a stylist shop. Discount it for your team. Let your team use it at home, because there's no better endorsement for when a stylist says, I use this on my hair. I use this at home. The more that your team use it, the more that they get in touch with the products, the better it is for them, and the easier it sells. There's a direct correlation between the more the team use it on themselves and the end result. So really important. Stock control, massively important. Don't run out of your best sellers. You're not going to sell there are going to be best sellers that you're going to need more stock of, okay, and less stock of the slower stuff. Don't tie up all your money in the slower stuff, but that stuff that obviously we're here to help with, okay? Make sure you've got the right stock on your shelves, because the minute you run out your best sellers, your sales die off, and then that's just profit you're missing out on. Every guest that walks out that doesn't buy is another opportunity that's been missed. So merchandising in salon, window displays, massively important. POS up in the salon itself. Remembering eye level is buy level, okay? So your best sellers are eye level. And making pretty displays is fantastic, but no one is going to pick up and disturb a display, okay? So just like in a supermarket, there's a reason for this, why it's like it in a supermarket. Everything's racked out like soldiers, one behind each other. Certain, more facings of your best sellers, less facings of the slower niche type products. And, they're all one behind each other, So remember, pretty stays pretty, soldiers march out. Okay, have the price on it, so the guest doesn't have to ask the price. They can discreetly pick it up. Price on the bottom, you can see the price, or nice shelf barkers that are telling exactly the guest, just like a shopping experience. That's the type of hair that you have, that's the type of product you need. These are the prices, nice and simple. Make it easy for them to shop, and they will shop, and they will want to support their local businesses. So that's just ever so fast. Obviously, please get in touch. We can give you much more information, much more help, but it's basically that. It's train the team, put incentives in place, set goals and targets, and use allocation selling. Merchandise the salon really well with POS and window displays, and make sure you have the right stock.